Testing 1, 2, 3. I think we're on. There we go. Shadowverse cam. It's been a while. It's been a while. I missed this game. Cool, I guess. What do we got? Free stuff? Play them all. Let's open with the shop, since we're probably going to need those cards later. I wonder if this will be the set that has cards from the Shadowverse Flame anime. Oh, it's an expansion. Cool. Let's get some cards. Owie, that's loud. So lower my volume to 9 decibels below. And we'll increase my volume up to only 4 decibels below. That way you guys should hear me a little bit more consistently over the volume of the game. Or not, that's loud still. Tina's Secret Sister. Ambitious Goblin Mage. I think this is a new card.
I'll light the way.
That's a good card.
You're pathetically slow.
2/2 Stormbane. That's pretty good. Summon a lethal. It summons a copy in Overflow. That's pretty good. That's removal or face damage. That is a card we will use, if I remember it exists. Fanfare, destroy ally. Destroy 2 enemy. That's pretty nasty. Cultivate life. 1 mana, draw a card. Interesting. That looks new. Terrafins, Fanfare, put a random follower that costs 9 play points from your deck to your hand, recover 6 play points. Cool. Oh, it's a neutral craft card. At the start of your opponent's turn, if there are any allied followers that originally cost at least 9 play points in play, destroy all enemy cards and this amulet. So this is a pretty cool card on turn 10. Baleful Venomous Cobra. Is this a reprint? Could be wrong. It replaces itself. Interesting. Sand and slash. Weird. Has an effect when you discard it. Eccentric Engineer.
To break new ground, you need new methods.
Cool. I think these are a lot of the same cards that I've already been opening. So we'll just look at the rares. +3/+3 to a Shadowcraft. Necromancy 20. Give it 10/10. Yikes. That is potentially a win con. Golds.
I can read you like a book.
Oh, this is a cool card. And he's got some removal. Pretty generic, though. I think I have a full set of those presences now. Vampire Queen's Castle. Countdown. Amulet Blood. When your leader takes damage, summon a forest bat and give it ward. At the end of your turn, if Wrath is not active for you, deal 1 damage to the leader, otherwise restore the leader. Okay, so it's a Wrath enabler. Pretty good. Cyclical Fate. Put a Deus Ex Machina in your hand. What are those again? Oh. That is a powerful card. If you have more evolution points than your opponent, change its cost to 3. Yikes. This is a 1-drop? But analyze our affected biofabrication. This is busted. It's raining blades. Hallelujah, it's raining. Wait, that's not how the song goes. Strike one with the cost of this card. 3/3 to allied follower. 3 damage to random fire. That's pretty good. Wait, this is 9-drop. Oh, it's spell boost, of course. Iron Scale Serpent Drake. Nice. Nothing of interest here. Happy Pig. I think I got a couple of those now. Aqua Fairy, which is just better Water Fairy, right? Fanfare and Last Words. So yeah, it's literally power creep to Water Fairy. Oh, there's the streamer luck. We got Vania, Crim, and Sorcerer of 7 Forces.
You will learn of the 7 hues. Face the facts.
If you have any followers in your hand, discard 1, draw a card. Whenever you play a spell, if it's the 7th spell you've played this turn, deal 20 damage to the... What? Yeah, that's never happening. Change the cost of all spells in your hand that originally cost 3 play points or less to 0. Whenever you play a spell, if it's 7. Okay, slightly more possible on Evolve. So this is like a turn 10 play. And hopefully you have like 2 play points left and a bunch of cards in your hand. You have to have like a full hand when you play this guy. Have him stick around for a turn, draw a card, and then play out your whole hand.
This prism never lies.
That's nutty. What does Vania do?
Obey the darkness! The darkness is my friend!
Put a Gift of Bloodkin in your hand, then if Vengeance or Wrath is active for you, put a Summon Bloodkin in your hand and gain the ability to evolve for 0 evolution points evolved. Whenever an ally force back comes to play, give it Storm and Bane, deal 1 damage. It's okay. Could be better. Could be cooler. But it's okay. It's Rosa.
From now on, I'm going on foot!
Cool. That was an amazing pack opening. Nonetheless. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to read visual novels, not play cards. Last resort. The Great Spider's Threads.
Fate's tangled threads, under the guidance of the Great Weaver, begin to warp and weft into a creation as yet unknown.
Wait, whose voice is this?
A Metzchi, woven in an inconspicuous nook between worlds, cocoons travelers in safety and warmth. Here, they may mend the grievous wounds of the past.
I think this is Mizuchi that's talking? I can't remember.
'Tis a paradise in purgatory, where ruinous memories are taken as collateral for room and board. A land flowing with milk and honey, where for a pittance of memories, sojourners are promised peace of mind, body, and soul. But this haven is balanced on tenuous threads, and sooner or later, they are destined to snap. One boy, possessed by his thirst for the unknown, ran blindly into the spider's web, only to be ensnared. One man, seeking to advance his own ambitions, sacrificed his own successor. One dragon's past came at the expense of another's present, and her actions may have shattered both their futures. One lost girl found the truth of her lineage, only to discover the grim price that was paid for her happiness.
Okay, so this is definitely a character we haven't met yet that's talking.
Slumbering truths now awaken, for weal or for woe.
For real?
The cogs of this world are set slowly into motion, grinding inexorably toward chaos. The idyllic inn guests once knew will soon be but a speck on the horizon. The event horizon, beyond which only one thing shall remain.
Nothing.
Purpose.
Oh, that's the voice I'm hearing. I didn't recognize it because I kind of forgot that she fixed her whole caps locks problem. Never. I should have known it would be you.
The driving force of any world, and all its actors. Yes, purpose. Though I finally understand the drivers of the human mind, my knowledge is as yet incomplete. The imperfection of the human condition gives people strength. The fragility of the psyche motivates them to adapt.
Okay. Your point being?
The unwavering zealotry born of faith.
Oh no. Oh, fuck, I forgot she was here.
The unapologetic greed born of thirst.
Wait. Is he in MSG?
These
Oh, we're getting
emotions
big
are
boy
fuel for
Belfie
the
back.
engines of the heart. Now I find myself the perfect opportunity to test the potency of memories. Is the relationship with the heart mutualistic or parasitic? Do they spark growth or impede it?
I don't know.
I want to know. I must know the answer. Memories are stored in networks, webs of information. The more links are established, the stronger they should become. Serenity is in my grasp. Now is the time to put it to use. I shall watch you with interest, great spider. Show me the fruit of your labor. Show me this world, this experiment's conclusion. Or perchance, another will, with his own plans for this world's fate, shall make his mark upon the arachnid's creation. Ewan Gilfrey.
Really?
Your fury, the purpose that guides you, also interests me. Dance upon the intricate threads. Show me the power of an irrational, illogical, emotionally driven heart.
Let the curtains rise for this grand guignol. Oh boy. I guess we're in for it now, boys. Oh no, this one has rewards, which means we might have to do something. It doesn't have gold though. The show must go on.
I nearly forgot about that damn arachnid. Guess I gotta take care of you first. It's fine by me. We'll make this the biggest party a Mets she's ever seen. How do you like that, great spider?
great spider
Gotta make this quick, though.
is angry.
There's a lot I gotta get done. And I'm only one man now. Well, off I go. Wish me luck, Itsurugi.
Run! It's here! Ah!
You know, I expected it to be bigger. I know that we've already seen it, but you expect the spider to be bigger. He looks bigger now that he's taking up the whole screen. But the last time we saw him, he was only taking up like this much of the screen.
We're done for. It's going to destroy the whole inn. All because that dumb dog broke the Great Spider's rules.
Please, Great Spider. The Forsaken broke the rules, not us. We didn't do anything wrong. Please.
All are equal and under the great spider. His 8 limbs reach out in communion, eliminating all without distinction.
There it is. Sorry, but I've got big plans for this inn. Can't have you trashing the place.
The concierge have arrived. Hey!
You okay?
I think we should be able to pick up more of my voice right about here. It's this here, tighten this knob. Alright.
Yes. Thank you, Taketsumi.
Let's do this.
Good. Now get out of here and hide somewhere safe.
Of course.
No, I can't see chat if I put it there, so I'll just leave it here and I'll just lean into the mic when I want to talk very, very clearly.
Guys! Taketsumi's here! The Alkanite Paladin is here to save us!
I just remembered that I drafted out another skit, so we might stream that later, but we might not. Because I'll probably get dinner after I finish up here.
Taketsumi?
Thank goodness. I don't know how much longer we would have lasted.
You did good. Now leave the rest to me.
Well, wait. Before you go, do you know what happened to Itsurugi? It's his fault. This is all.
Shh, can it, idiot. You know how close Taketsumi was to the pup.
He's dead. Happy?
Taketsumi.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. Sorry.
What's done is done. Right now, we've got bigger problems. Not in the mood for a civil chat, huh?
One does not simply talk to the great spider.
Look, I was ready to take responsibility for this mess, seeing as my little bro is the one who started it.
Actually, we know a little bit more details now that it's not entirely Itsurugi's fault. Long, or whatever her name is, has also been causing several issues, and she's been altering with memories as well.
But this is different.
Oh, it's curious now.
I
Question
can't
marks.
overlook what you've done to innocent guests. Ametshi is supposed to be paradise. A place where everyone can live up life to the fullest. Is this your idea of paradise? Fear? Pain? Grief? It sure ain't mine.
He's squaring up against the Great Spider.
Taketsumi can take it. Get him, Taketsumi!
Do you think one man can simply deal with the great spider?
Yeah! Spider Schmider! Nothing beats our paladin!
Okay, when he says Schmider, I don't know why my brain heard that as Rob Schneider.
Come on, guys. Let's get this hunting party rolling.
I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1, cheer!
Taketsumi! Taketsumi!
Taketsumi! Taketsumi!
Did they forget how much danger they're in?
Yes, they did, because they are dumb.
Guess I gotta put on a good show then. Wherever you are, Itsurugi, I hope you're watching too. I'm gonna make Emetsushi a real paradise, just like you wanted. So, you rest easy, okay? Alright, enough moping. It's party time! We're gonna have ourselves a tail-wagging good time! Enjoy your send-off, Spider. Taketsumi the Aconite Paladin is gonna personally escort you to hell!
Spiders don't do well in hell. They usually just climb the threads back up to here. That was a short one. This might be an overall short chapter. I'm expecting this to be a 3-hour stream then. Past and future. Are we eating Taketsumi's past now?
What was that?
The Great Spider.
It came from the direction of the Great Spider. The Great Spider? It's real then.
It is. It looked like a massive soot spawn, stronger than any I've encountered before.
I'm waiting for the big twist that that's not the Great Spider and it's just a big soot spawn.
Well, no matter what it is, we have to stop it.
We will, as soon as we've stopped so long. A soot spawn? We don't have time for this. Stay back, Anasage. I'll handle it.
It's okay. I can help. If I just... Yeah!
That's an interesting sound effect.
How did you do that?
I cast magic. That's how magic works.
You weren't anywhere near that powerful when I fought you.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Really?
The difference is like night and day. How did you improve so quickly? Or were you just going easy on me?
Little of column A, little of column B.
I don't think I improved exactly. I just remembered things I'd forgotten how to do. I was created to be able to defend myself in a pinch.
You got your memories back then.
I did. I remembered everything.
As did I. I found a shard and, well, now I know who I was, and who I will one day become.
It's really weird that there's like a past and future thing going on here.
Who you'll one day become? As in, your future? But how would you learn your future from memories of the past?
Because future me is also here, and I got her memories.
I don't understand it myself, to be honest. When my memories should have caught up to the present, they kept going. I saw my future self ascend to dragonhood. I did horrible things, unspeakable things, all under the name Salong.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm so sorry to drag you into this, but I have to stop her before I end up becoming her.
It's okay. I'd be glad to help. I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I'm not going to abandon someone who needs a hand.
The Forsaken are the more interesting characters in this story, although Mizuchi and Silong are very interesting with the whole past and future self concept. I'm interested to see where they go with it. Time travel is a difficult topic to broach, and if it is done poorly, you'll end up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where you have so many different writers telling their own version of things, none of them seem to agree on how time travel works, which leads to large inconsistencies. If you cement the rules early on and follow them to the letter from that point onwards, it's pretty simple to handle. This place is a realm of the dead. So I'm assuming that they're going to go with the Everett Wheeler model of quantum physics, which is also known as the many worlds theory. So hopefully they stick with that.
You're more mature than I am, huh? I naively believed that if I gritted my teeth and went with the flow, everything would work out in the end.
The whole concept going with the flow is that you don't have to deal with too much attrition. You don't have to deal with too many obstacles. The problem with going with the flow is only if you assume everything works out in the end. There's nothing wrong with going with the flow. But when you reach a fork in the road, you will have to make a decision.
And now that I know it doesn't, I have no idea what I should do, or how to avoid following in her footsteps.
Don't let revenge guide you.
But if she's just like you, maybe Solong isn't such a bad person after all.
I don't know, Anna Sage. She didn't seem like a bad person to me either. Not at first. She was a dragonling like me. But she was everything I wasn't. Confident and assertive. And even though I'd only just met her, I felt like I'd known her forever. Guess I have. She followed the rules until they wore her so thin she snapped, and if I hadn't come to Ep62, I'd have ended up the same. So I have to do something now, before it's too late.
Mizuchi, do you regret getting your memories back?
Is that how I sounded?
You seem so desperate to change yourself now.
You might be right.
That doesn't mean she regrets getting the memories back. It means she regrets who she will one day become.
I probably would have been happier not knowing. I wouldn't feel so lost either.
I think I need to get a new mouse, because my mouse is actually heating up and I'm starting to get burn marks on my fingers.
Mizuchi? To be honest, my memories were scary too. Even though I really wanted them, and everyone went through so much to help me get them back. They hurt.
But you're still trying to protect the shards from Solong anyways?
Of course. My memories did catch me off guard. But I want others to choose for themselves. It's a bit reassuring to hear that a grown-up like you thought they were frightening too. I was petrified when I saw mine.
Huh.
I'm not much of a grown-up. I'm just a little girl doing whatever the adultier adults tell me to.
That's...
How are you so sure of yourself? I woke up here with only a hazy idea of who I was, and no idea of where I was or what to do. I can't imagine how strong you must be, to go through that and still assert your own ideals, even with the rest of Ep62 branding you a criminal.
She had a longing, a family connection she wanted to make whole, a determination to see that through to the end. And now that she's realized that that has no end, she has to create a new objective and press forward. It takes great resolve.
I didn't give Ep62 or the rules much thought at all, really. I just wanted to go home.
Exactly.
I admire your determination. Home. Now that you have your memories, I'm sure you'll find your way back.
There is no home to return to.
Oh, there's no home for me to return to anymore.
Huh?
She's made a home here. But once this whole great spider thing is settled, maybe she can help people who wish to return home and give them that choice that they didn't have until now.
When I lost my memories, I also forgot that my home is gone. After losing his daughter, Father welcomed me into his home, but now he's with her.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm glad I remembered. Now I know I want to go back, so I can give him a proper burial. Even though I'm sad he won't be there waiting for me when I get back. He's here in my heart. He made me. He gave me my powers and taught me how to use them.
I do like that her magic staff is a big wrench. I don't know if I've mentioned that up to this point, but it is a cool design.
And now that I have my memories of him back, I have the strength to live my life my way, just like he wanted.
Anasage, you have incredible resolve. I ought to take note.
I already have.
I couldn't have done it by myself. I had Father's guidance and help from so many people along the way.
I forget if Itsurugi survived his little spat with Takatsumi. It's been so long. It's been months.
Not just anyone can motivate others the way you have. I think it's how honest you are about yourself. You make me realize how much I've been keeping locked up inside. And how hard I've been trying to look the other way. That changes now. I'm done doing things I'll regret because I think I have to walk a certain path.
New idea. If the Great Spider is feeding off of and creating the soot spawn from the memories, defeating as many soot spawn as possible and returning the memories to their owners might weaken the Great Spider.
I don't have to become Salon. I can be myself. And painful as they are, our memories can guide me. Just like yours guided you.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Thank you, Anasage. Talking with you really set me straight. A little of your courage must have rubbed off on me. I've done enough waffling. Right now, we need to stop Salong before she destroys everyone's memories.
Waffling?
Not while you're on the clock, I'm afraid.
Mizuchi! Above us!
Seriously, Saito, do you not have anything better to do?
This is why magicians don't use the same trick twice. Too easy to see through, but I've plenty more in my arsenal.
Saito!
Mizuchi, it's been a while since your last performance review, hasn't it? I'm afraid I can't say I'm impressed with your current conduct. You will have to be corrected.
So is Saito going to be the first boss? The company man. Alright, Saito. Show me what you got.
Saito, please listen. I'm on my way to subdue Salong. But there's also the Great Spider to deal with. If you have time for this, then...
Thank you for your concern. I don't have time for this. Now, if you would be so kind as not to add to my workload, why is it work piles up all at once? I always hated crunch time, but what's there to be done? It's either do or die now.
I wonder if we'll explore the world he's from next.
Do or... Saito, you can't be serious.
Oh, but I am. You know I'm a busy man. Let's get this over with. While I'd love to stay and chat, I'm afraid I really must be getting to my next engagement with the Great Spider. Huh?
Mizuchi!
Anasage, what are you...
Oh, you need to hurry and find Salong. I'll try to... I'll hold Saito off. So go!
Why are you protecting Silong, Saito?
Alone? You can't, he's too...
I know he's strong. But with everyone's memories at risk, I have to at least try. Worst case, I'll buy you enough time to stop Salong. If anyone can get through to her, it's you. I promise.
But...
Please trust me. I'm a lot stronger than you thought, right? I'll be okay.
I trust you. And I will come back for you.
Splitting the party. Hardly a smart decision.
I know. That's how bad shit always happens in horror movies.
You weren't going to try and chase after her?
Not yet. I prefer to finish one task before starting the next. And besides, I was just heading to subdue Lady Salong myself. You and Mizuchi were simply on the way. If Mizuchi whittles her down a little before I get there, that only makes my job easier.
Mizuchi will win. I know she will.
I wouldn't be so sure. Lady Salong is another Mizuchi from another timeline. but older, stronger, and vastly more experienced.
How does he know that?
Huh? You knew.
Ah, my suspicions were correct then, I gather. Time is a tricky thing, but I've seen it before, and know the signs.
And you never told them? You're horrible.
Oh, children like you are so curious. But I assure you, most secrets are best left unknown. In any case, Mizuchi will not defeat Lady Salong, and you will not defeat me, because you are both young and naive. Did you really think you two'd skip along and defeat a divine creature without any preparation or strategy?
No, actually, I did not.
It's about time someone taught you that real life isn't as easy as your storybooks made it look. You must have felt so heroic, telling Mizuchi to go on without you. I'm afraid you won't be buying her enough time to do much of anything. I've seen your powers. You're certainly a powerful monster. Undead with considerable mana reserves, cloaking, and the ability to phase through physical obstacles. However, I happen to be somewhat of a monster hunting specialist. See, I used to be an officer with the Paranormal Disciplinary Division of the Tokyo Bureau of Justice. Killing monsters like you was my job.
I'm not a monster.
She is a lost love.
I beg to differ.
A daughter that could have been.
You're an astral spirit contained in some human child's reanimated corpse. In Tokyo, I would have classed you as a B-rank undead monster.
Yeah, okay. When you put it that way.
Your world wasn't particularly advanced, was it? Your body was preserved and cobbled back together almost entirely by magic. I hope I haven't offended you.
Father made me to give his daughter, my big sister, another chance at life. Well, he couldn't bring her back. He brought me to life and raised me as another daughter. You don't know the first thing about me!
Oh, I do. I took the liberty of examining your memories, remember? I know what you are better than you yourself do, and in my expert opinion, you are a monster.
You're horrible! Horrible!
I feel like Saito's gonna die by the end of this storyline, which is sad, because I really like him. He gives a certain perspective to everything that's happening here.
I was horrible for not telling Mizuchi the truth, but now I'm horrible because I told the truth.
No, you're horrible in this instance because you're twisting words.
That last attack was sloppy, even for you. Your mind's not on the fight. You're moving on impulse alone and wasting energy on big swings without bothering to aim. This is why I've never liked children. I didn't get time off when I was sick. I didn't get leave for either of my parents' funerals. One time I had to sell a kidney to meet my monthly quota.
Wait, your monthly quota of what?
And do you know how I managed to live like that? Why I lived like that? Because that's the reality of being an adult. I was just doing my job. Everyone has to balance their workload and schedule. What you put in versus what you get paid. But that's all above a poor little monster's head, isn't it? You have no purpose or responsibilities, and you never will. If you hadn't come to Ep62, you could have lived forever. How unfortunate.
I used to think I was unfortunate too. When Father's life was taken, I was lost. I didn't know where to go or what to do. I never wanted to hurt anyone, but whenever hunters found me, I'd have no choice but to defend myself. Eventually, I got so tired of running and fighting, I couldn't take it anymore. And I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up.
And when you next woke, you found yourself here, I presume. Ep62 appears to those who need it most. A scenic inn with entertainment and amenities provided around the clock. Free of charge. All to ease the guests' weary souls. You don't have to fight anymore, Anasage. It's not too late to check your memories back in and enjoy the restful, healing vacation you wished for.
Ep62 is just what I needed, but not in the way you mean. When I arrived, I was lost. Nothing made sense. Nothing was fair.
Wonder what Icy's doing. You think Icy's here?
But the people I met here helped me find my way, and gave me the push I needed to move forward. Maybe you're right that I don't have the experience or foresight adults do. I did have to rely on the adults here after all. But you know what? I'm not just a helpless girl anymore either. I'm done running and hiding. Father gave me the strength to protect myself, and the friends I made here gave me the courage.
What? How? How can a mere child unleash that much mana?
Maybe you're so busy adulting that you've forgotten what it's like to fight for something with all your heart. But I still remember. My heart is the most powerful weapon I've got.
I shall test your
And
resolve.
it's the reason you will never, ever beat me.
You're gonna get your ass beat, Saito. Living versus surviving. Okay, I feel like I can update this deck. But we'll do that if it comes to it. It's jank nonsense.
You've got more fight to you than I anticipated. I retract my earlier assessment. This much mana would class you as at least an A-rank undead.
At least? How about this then?
I'm a certified warding and boundary specialist. Rather useless on resumes, but always comes in handy in the field.
How did you block that?
By warding and bounding. I handled all the wards surrounding the Weaver's Hall. Of course I can shield myself.
Your shield works like the words? Then I can get through it.
Gone semi-astral, have you? Physical attacks against you won't land. You even masked your mana's presence. Better than the last time we fought. But I'm no amateur. I've seen that trick before. With a little holy water and radiant magic.
But how? My cloaking abilities should have protected me.
Well, your invisibility and corporeality both are achieved by partially shifting your body to the astral plane. As a certified exorcist, that tells me that you're susceptible to the same exorcism techniques as wraiths or specters. While I'm at it, I might also remind you that I'm a certified adept beastmaster.
This guy just keeps padding his resume, doesn't he?
That's fun!
Indeed. As real and vicious as any you'll find in a Ep62, but with one key difference. This one only obeys me.
Another soot spawn? But you already...
I'm glad that I had that recap there, because I actually forgot he could do that. I legitimately forgot he could do that.
As long as no one breaks the memory shard itself, I can summon a new soot spawn to it however many times I please. You could destroy the shard to stop me, but you won't, will you?
You're holding someone's memories hostage.
You make it sound like I'm using a person as a shield. It's just a rock and a spider.
It's kind of hard to argue with that.
If I keep the soot spawn near me, you can't attack without risking the delicate memory shard. If you try to go astral to avoid attacks, I'll simply exercise the area again. The fight's not looking good for you, is it? Ah, you're welcome to give up and run, if you think you've bought Mizuchi enough time.
No. I won't run.
I see. There's no shame in a tactical retreat, but if you insist, let the record show I offered you a chance to surrender.
He's physically stronger than me, and knows what he's doing. He's smart and came prepared, because he's been doing this for years and years. To beat him, I need to figure out his weaknesses.
The unpredictable.
Something I can do, but he can't. Something I can withstand, but will leave him defenseless.
Ooh, that's actually really good thinking. I don't know what your full power set is, so I can't give you an idea or a suggestion, but I think you're already on the right path.
I know how to beat you. You might be strong, but you aren't stronger than the Forsaken.
Do you see any Forsaken here to save you? You can't rely on adults to do everything for you. A big girl fights her own battles.
It's not your place to tell me what to do.
Would you like to speak to my manager then? The Great Spider gets the last word, whether you like it or not.
We'll see about that.
Alright, Honest Sage. Let's show him who's boss.
No one decides my fate but me.
What would a naive child know?
I don't need that.
I'll use this power to bring people joy.
Clear Resolve. Banish follower that costs X play points or less from your hand. X equals the number of shadows you have. Put a random follower from your deck into your hand. At the end of your opponent's next turn, summon a copy of the banished follower and activate its last word effect.
Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
Wielder of the Cosmos.
Seems I'll finish right on schedule today.
Ding dong!
Ding dong! May happiness be with you. Work smart, not hard.
Just chip away at him.
Ding dong! May happiness be with you.
I'm coming for you.
Work smart, not hard.
Detestable.
Ding dong punch!
I don't want him to evolve that later. Call of the Great Arm.
Work smart, not hard.
Okay.
Answer the
Death
call.
Rose, music to my ears.
Alright.
Let evil burn in the fires of righteousness.
Okay, we'll play
I'm not
Luna.
lonely. Not with everyone around me. I'm glad you're here. Work on a holiday? Absolutely not. walls will never contain me. I'll keep moving forward. No one will ever cry again.
I'm coming. Detestable.
Mother, father.
All right. This is getting complicated really quick. Okay. Puppets everywhere.
That's as far as you go.
My wings are righteous fire.
Oh, can I go home yet? Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
Odin here.
Let us pierce the twilight Sleipnir.
Work smart, not hard. I'm done running and hiding.
Let us settle this. Let us end this.
We're gonna have to DPS race.
Magna transformation. Magna saber.
For a tune-up today.
A new legend shall rise.
I won't let your memory wilt.
A job is a job.
One box per person, please.
All right. Let's make this free.
Rose, music to my ears.
Come in for a tune-up today.
Call of the Void.
Any chance for a redo? Vice, virtue, avarice.
That's
Death Rose, music to my
bad.
This is my first hunt, you know.
Mortals shall learn to be
I didn't think he had absolute tolerance in his hand. I gotta kill this guy fast. We gotta fucking rethink this entire deck. If I have to deal with absolute tolerance, we need to... yeah. So this 6-drop needs to go. I have no clue why I even put him in there. Select a follower and play. If it's an enemy follower, remove all its effects, changes to defense. If it's an ally follower... Cool. Call it the Void. Odin is pretty okay. Skeleton Raider. Storm. Turn and transform all other followers except ghosts into ghosts. When your opponent plays it a follower, transform it into a ghost. Reaper of Madness. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. Spirit Eater. Your turn, whenever you perform necromancy, select one of this summons comes down at the end of your turn. Gain 1 shadow. Last word, summon a Spirit Eater. I don't need the ghosts. It's a payoff. Let's see if we fare better this time. All right. Let's give him the gambit. From our lone median.
No one decides my fate but me.
What would a naive child know?
Odin is something we actually kind of need.
Seems I'll finish right on schedule today.
I'll use this power to bring people joy. I won't let your memory wilt. Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
Don't cover your ears.
I will bloom again.
All right. 2
What
shadows.
a cute corpse. Oh, can I go home yet? Doom spirits, welcome to the underworld.
Summon a copy of the banished follower. Activate its last words.
Your walls will never contain me.
Excuse me?
You're no fun. I'll crush ya. It's already over.
I missequenced that.
I'll rip you apart. I'll keep moving forward. No, no walkies for you.
That's as far as you go.
That luck is lovely.
I wonder what the younger me would think.
Your walls will never contain me. I'm done running and hiding.
Alright, whatever trades with this dies.
Magna transformation! Magna saber!
For a tune-up today.
Done for the day.
Come in for a tune-up today.
That is so bullcrap.
Let us pierce the twilight, Sleipnir.
Which is why I'm so glad that I
Nothing
had
can hold
Odin.
me back.
Let us settle this ere dawn. Let us end this.
Your walls will never contain me.
Any chance for a redo?
He needs wards.
A new job. Magna saber!
Come in for a tune-up today.
I'll live again.
You stand against the sky!
Come in for a tune-up today. Ding dong. May happiness be with you.
I'm burning with passion.
Your walls will never contain me.
Okay. Am I dead
Come in
here?
for a tune-up today.
You stand against the sky! A job is a job.
Wow, that's bullcrap.
The gods.
I will not lose to you.
So I guess my goal is to get up to 10 shadows and then put one of the ghost town apparitions in the resolve. Aggro Shadowcraft. No, we ain't gonna do that. We will win against bullshit with resolve. That's what the story demands, and that's what we're gonna do here. We're not gonna cop out and use the pre-built decks.
No one decides my fate but me.
What
We
would
might
a
tweak my
naive
deck.
child
though.
know?
That might happen. That's a curve.
I'll use this power to bring people joy.
Bring me
On a
shadows.
holiday? Absolutely not.
Seems I'll finish right on schedule today.
Ding dong! May happiness
Work
be
smart,
with you.
not hard.
Thanks for the business.
All right.
Work smart, not hard.
Okay.
Oh, can I go home yet?
Come on, RNG. Oh. Oh, we want this. Replenish my hand.
I wonder what the younger me would think.
Alrighty. Bring me cards. I gotta take this Undying Resentment out of the deck.
Ding dong! May happiness be with you. Your walls will never contain me. Ding dong! May happiness be with you. I'll keep moving forward.
I have to get a resolve off.
Happiness
Get that
for
10-10 on the
all.
board.
Ding dong! Hut.
Alright.
What a cute corpse.
That's as far as you go.
That
Yeah.
luck is lovely. What a cute corpse.
That's bad.
Cursed, cursed.
That's good.
Done for the day.
Cursed, cursed.
Yes. Yes.
Your walls will never contain me.
I'm burning with passion.
I'm not lonely. Not with everyone around me. I'm done running and hiding.
Which of us can hold out longer? Spoilers, it's me.
Which of us can hold out longer?
Magna Transformation! Magna Saber! Feel the verb. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is lukewarm.
Alrighty. So we want to do this. That's a good counter. We'll put the Skeleton Raider out next
Your walls
turn.
will never contain me.
It's a ghost town, baby. You better start believing in ghost stories.
Burn in the fires of righteousness.
Because you're in one.
A job is a job.
Wager your soul.
Wager your soul.
Let us pierce the twilight right near.
Victory is mine. Cheating this thing out early is ridiculous.
Impossible.
This deck is terrible, but in story mode, Anastasia can pull me through. We showed him our resolve.
You aren't as mature as you think.
That's a pack in the bag.
Why are children so much work? A sensible adult would have given up by now. You've whittled my wards down considerably, but you're pulling punches against me. Fear not, you won't be killing me.
But I will defeat you!
Ugh. Aimlessly rampaging like that will only waste your energy and make you an easy target. Watch.
No, don't tell me that we're gonna do the thing where we lose after we just beat him in the game
I
during
really
the cutscene.
don't have all day to play with you. Listen, you selfish brat. Society has rules for a reason, and you will be brought to justice.
No! You listen! You're the selfish one! You're the one throwing a tantrum because things aren't going your way!
You...
You aren't as mature as you think. The adults I know all made up their own minds about what's right and wrong. They never gave up, and they fought for what they believed in, even when it hurt.
The age-old argument of justice. Is justice the law, or is it the law we make for ourselves?
But you? You're just a coward following orders, pushing off the responsibility of your actions onto your job because you're afraid! Afraid of being held accountable for your own mistakes, just like you're afraid of facing your past!
And what would a little girl like you know about responsibility, hmm? Have you ever had a job? Have you ever had to support yourself?
I haven't, but I know something that matters more. I know how to live my own life. Just like Father, and just like the Forsaken, you can never stop us!
But can you stop me?
I believe she can.
I'll never know unless I try. I'll fight with all I've got!
Like, literally, we got to put a 10 drop out on turn fucking 6.
Ha! Do your worst. I've already countered all your abilities. All that's left is to wait until you get tired of playing and run along home.
I don't have any home to go back to. So the only way to go is forward! With all my strength!
My ward. Ha! I don't need it to fight a whelp like you! I was kind enough to exercise you gently before, but not this time! By the righteous light of the divines! Repent and be gone!
That doesn't sound good.
How long has it been since I've had to take a fight this seriously? Not many have broken one of my wards. Allow me to give respect where respect is due. I'll show you the full power of an elite battle exorcist! Give my regards to the Devil's Inn. What? Where's my soot spawn?
I destroyed it. You were so focused on defending yourself. It never occurred to you that I might do something more creative.
Duh.
I hardly have any mana left, and I haven't got much stamina. But I do have this!
She took the crystal.
That shard. No. No!
Yes! Face your past!
Ooh. Nasty. We're gonna get a flashback chapter, right?
There was the interplanar invasion of 2093, and at the time, our target turned out to be a demon from the 7th Circle, and
Why are we not seeing this?
I was right. That was your shard powering the soot spawn!
How? How did you know?
The way you spoke of others' memories was so cold. But you also sounded scared of them, as though you were speaking from experience when you said some things were best left unknown. You were so desperate to prevent us from recovering our memories because you were afraid of your own. I thought to myself, if you have access to other people's shards, you probably have access to your own. And since it's your biggest weakness, I guessed that you'd hide it on your person, where no one else would find it. Seeing all your darkest memories flash before your eyes would stagger anyone, even the concierge.
You risked your life for just a couple of guesses? What if you were wrong?
I wasn't. And I had to take the chance, risky or not.
I mean, even if she didn't, it looks like she still beat you, and she still has the option to run away.
You never hesitated to exploit others' weaknesses, so I used yours. You aren't the only one who learned from our last fight. I know you use your business-like facade and sarcastic taunts to manipulate your opponent's reactions. Your ability to keep your composure and make level-headed decisions under pressure is your biggest strength. So I tried to make you angry, impatient, frustrated. I knew that the moment you let your emotions rule you, I'd have an opening. So I went all out, hoping you'd be so distracted that you wouldn't realize it was just a feint. And it worked. You were so caught up bracing for my big attack that you didn't notice me take down the soot spawn for your shard.
After all my years subduing eldritch horrors, I was played for a fool by some smart-ass child.
I wonder how old she is actually.
I feel sick. I told you before, didn't I? My last job was a living hell. Must I live with the demons in my memories? Did I not suffer enough already?
You robbed countless people of their memories. Memories they cherished above all, and are now gone forever. So yes, you must confront your past. Maybe then you'll finally understand why memories are precious, irreplaceable treasures. Even if they hurt. Be strong, Saito.
Don't act like you've done me a service. There is no bright side to my past. No silver lining.
Not if you close your eyes and refuse to look for one. I have to go now. And stop so long before any more memories are lost. Goodbye.
Don't leave me here! At least finish me off!
Kill me! Saito, I'm glad that you didn't get killed off here. There are fates much worse than death, some of which you are quite deserving of at this point. Turning the tide. It's 7 o'clock PST here.
I have to hurry.
Hopefully we finish this in 1 more hour.
If I don't stop so long quickly and get back to Anasage.
Hopefully we don't go up against another deck like that. Yeesh.
She has to be here somewhere. Come on, Mizuchi, think. If you were Salong, where would you... Wait.
I am Silong.
I am Salong. It might be easier to find her than I thought.
I suppose I haven't long before Mizuchi comes running to interfere. I did warn her, but I doubt getting roughed up a bit will stop her if her mind's set. Young and foolish as she is, she's still me after all. Some things never... Truly, some things never change. I know Mizuchi is wrong. I made all the same mistakes myself. I let mere humans dictate my every action, for fear of disturbing some fictitious flow of nature, fate, or what have you. I did all the humans' dirty work for them. Anything, everything. And they repaid me by throwing me out like a broken tool. Act like a tool and you'll be treated like one. What fools we were. Wouldn't you agree, Mizuchi?
Salong.
What happened to calling me sis? It was rather sweet.
I thought you were like a big sister. But now that I know you're just a bigger me, it wouldn't feel right. Salong, please. Can't you leave the other shards be? They aren't yours.
If I destroy them all in one go, it will save everyone else the time and hassle. You know as well as I that useless filth must be purged. People cannot move forward if memories keep them mired in their pasts.
I don't know. My memory is one of the few things I have that I kind of appreciate.
But...
Mizuchi, I will admit I thought you a very upstanding and discerning young lady. However, with my memories, I now know better. It's frustrating to see you repeat mistakes I regret. So listen, you worry too much, which prevents you from making any decisions for yourself. But if you allow others to make every choice for you, sooner or later they'll stop giving you choices. They'll tell you what to do and expect you to do it. Understand? Just looking at you reminds me of all the parts of myself I hated! I cannot believe I used to be such a spineless fool!
Eh, she kind of is. I don't know how to address this.
Salong, please listen! Please!
Please? What is there to listen to? I know your thought process well enough. Save your breath. I know what you would say, and I care not. Why did it come to this? Where did I go wrong? What should I have done? What should I do now? Is it so surprising that I can see right through you? I know you. I once was you.
I know all your moves, Sonya.
But do not presume you are me. You lack over 1,000 years of experience.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a big age gap.
I remember all your indecision and anxiety. You, on the other hand, had only a glimpse at what scattered memories of mine yet remained intact. Apathy, from centuries of suffocating boredom. Scorn, for the pathetic, selfish mortals who begged my mercy. Wrath, enough to sink a world in the emptiness that followed. You saw my memories. You heard them. But you felt nothing.
I know, but...
No, you do not. You do not understand. You are a helpless, ignorant child, defying me only because you are afraid to become like me, and have no idea what else you can or should do. So I'll tell you what to do. Nothing. Once I've smashed all the shards here, I'm finding Kunitsu Amachi and making him erase our memories.
Oh yeah, the innkeeper. I wonder what he's doing in all this chaos.
And then...
If I don't stop you...
Things
Everything
gonna
will
get
go
bad.
back to how it was before, won't it? I'll see you as a big sister, and wish I could be like you.
Well...
I can't, Salong. I already decided that I'm done going with the flow. I'm not going to let others tell me which path to walk, especially not you. If I let you dictate my actions, I feel like I would lose the last piece of what makes me, me.
You'd also be going down a path of doing it everybody tells you to do, which then eventually leads to this anyway. So, good on you.
And your identity crisis is no concern of mine. I'm ridding Ep62 of memories, and nothing you say will convince me otherwise.
Then I'll have to stop you by force.
How? You're a half-formed dragonling. I'm a fully fledged dragon god queen. Know your place.
I do know my place. My time here has taught me. I used to blindly believe that swimming against the current could bring no good. I decided that anyone who didn't follow the arbitrary flow of society deserved to be punished. But I was wrong. I learned that the rules aren't always right, and sometimes you need to forge your own path.
Oh, how riveting and inspiring.
Was that a
Get
pun?
to the point.
Riveting, because she has bolts riveted into her staff thing.
I've done
Never mind.
horrible things I didn't believe in, because I thought I had to. But no more.
Look on the bright side. If you turn into her, you'll be that much taller.
I'll decide for myself what's right or wrong. And what you're trying to do is wrong. You don't speak for all of Ep62. To some, those memories are irreplaceable treasures.
Nonsense. No one will miss them. They won't so much as know they're gone.
That isn't for you to decide. Dragon, bare your
The Vulcan
fangs
horn
at
swap
death.
places.
Through bog or mire, No. Through bog or mire, I will endure. I'll redirect the flow.
I'd like to see you try. I tire of this meaningless banter.
Have we gotten a
Learn
full
to
CG of this
respect your
character yet?
elders. What you have practiced for mere years, I have mastered for centuries. If you had just shut up and obeyed me, I would have spared you. But you chose wrong, and will face the wrath of the waves as punishment.
Alright, battle time. The Tetra Dragon. Okay, I think we need to reallocate some cards. Because we have some rotations. All right. Plus. No. No, no. Maybe. What was that new card that we just grabbed? Is it this one? Celestial Dragon. I mean, that's going in. That's a key card. Oh, is it this one? 3/3 and one of your turns this follows second if it's no. Oh, I already have one of these. I guess I have two now. Frost Sage. I have an Ignis Dragon? Alright. Play Dragon card falling from your deck to play. Activate its fanfare effects, excluding choose. Gain an empty play point arm if other color is already active. Draw a card. Look at defense cards. Forte. Mountain Gigas. Oh, I have a See Long the God Queen card. 3 defense to your leader. The Tidal Tyranny into your hand. 1 play point Dragon Drift spell Festive. Deal 5 damage to a random follower. If Overflow is active for you, give all See Long Dragon Queens the ability to evolve for 0. And it's evolve, gain a thing? Deal 5 damage to random enemy follower. If Overflow is active, give all See Longs the ability to evolve for 0. Cool. Carriage, summon a Metal Orga, blah. Angel's Blessing. Draw a card. If it's follower, give it +1/+1. If it's spell, it's return. Well, this is a good card that I don't need extra copies of. That acts as fill and draw power. So now we just need to look at the legendary gold and silvers. This is actually just a good card. One damage to it whenever this follower takes damage. If it's not destroyed, draw a card. If you have 5 cards or less in your hand, draw a card. Tiniest Dragon. Next time this follower takes damage, reduce the damage to 0. If you have 10 play point orbs, gain 3/3 +1/1 sword. And don't need that. No. Piercing Roar. Flame Lizard Breath. Deal a pool of X damage divided between all your enemies. X equals your total play point orbs. That's a board clear. We take those. Alright, I feel like this is going to be good enough. Let's show C-Long what we're made out of. Made out of big butts. A lot of defense.
Hydraulic lash, riptide!
Is that it? A splash? Did I really used to be that weak?
Oh fuck, this isn't gonna go well, is it? This is gonna be the actual final boss of this campaign.
Hydraulic lash, maelstrom.
Uh-oh.
That technique is mine. You possess neither the Hydra's sovereignty, nor the power of hydraulic force. Your weapon should be a scepter, swung with authority, to command the tide. But a stubborn fool like you won't learn unless I beat the hydraulic arts into you.
Hydraulic rush,
Hydraulic rush.
river's maw!
River's wrath.
This is gonna be a one-sided stomp. And it won't be me. Or will it?
And that was
'Cause
only
they're
the
both me.
first art.
Yeah.
Next, hydraulic rapids.
Hydraulic rap!
Too slow. Flash flood. Learn your lesson yet, or shall I continue?
We need Saito.
You aren't beating me with the techniques I spent centuries perfecting.
Come up with a new one on the spot.
Well...
So be it. I don't want to do this, you know. Hearing screams in my own voice is unpleasant, to say the least.
You give me no choice!
Surely, you must understand how futile this little resistance of yours is. So why? Why do you insist upon fighting a battle you will not win?
I'm actually pretty confident that we're gonna lose now.
I thought you knew everything about me.
You insolent! Ugh! Ugh! You stupid lizard! Even beasts know better than to pick fights they've no chance of winning!
I do have a chance!
Oh, really?
Mercy.
If you truly knew all there is to know about me, then I admit my odds wouldn't be good.
Exactly! Now stand down!
But in your memories, you never came to Ep62. I learned things about the flow here that you never did. How it can be manipulated. How its course isn't always straightforward. How it can be countered. And from you, I learned that I can change the tides.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I may have been your past, but there's nothing to say you will be my future. My life has already taken a different course from yours.
And? How long have you been in Ep62? Weeks? Months? You cannot so much as comprehend the weight of a millennium, nor the depth of my suffering!
Perhaps.
But I know now that my actions were responsible for them. And I can learn from them so I don't repeat them. I will purify Ep62's stagnating flow and redirect our fates!
This is so interesting. I have no clue how we're gonna win. I have a few guesses, but that's it.
Your past won't be my future. Memories are useless.
All right.
Wretched memories.
Uh-oh.
I'll end your piddling existence.
Oh, we're in another
I'll
teeny fight.
never forget.
Please be good. Please be good. Activate one of the X of the following effects in order, up to 9. X equals the number of different cards you've played this turn. 1. Deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. Subtract 1 from the cost of all cards in your hand. 2. Restore 1 defense to all allies. Draw a card. 3. Give your leader the following effect until the end of turn. Allied follower spells affects you. This is gonna be hard.
The dragon's bloodlust will be sated.
A taste of the tropics!
Hydraulic rush!
They're so sweet!
Alright.
Be gone!
Ask your local mermaid if fruit is right for you!
Whoa.
He captured me and my heart.
I'm getting my ass beat here. So it's a 1-4.
The strong devour the strong.
Hydraulic rush! You leave me no choice.
You are worth devouring. I see you are strong.
Don't hurt him!
Strength.
Alright. I think we can combo off next turn.
Be gone!
Devour me.
Let's chomp on some yummies!
Okay, we'll put this
What'll
down.
drop first, my bolts or your tears?
Oh no! Did someone see me? Whoa! Romelia! Whoa! Romelia!
Many pardons.
Be gone!
This is my last job.
There we go.
Reveal your thoughts to the dragon.
I bestow upon you my lightning.
This is a 310 now. Yikes.
Whipping up a storm in the blink of an eye!
Hydraulic rush! Whoosh!
Oh no! Did someone see me?
Okay.
Obey the coiling currents! Be gone!
We've got a bit wild!
I bestow upon you my lightning.
Alright. Activate.
Hydraulic rush!
Alrighty. We're just building up a combo.
Nice and roasty toasty. Let me give the stove a poke.
A boon, oh dragons!
Let me give the stove. Let me give the stove a poke.
What'll drop first? My bolts or your tears?
Let's draw a card.
Hydraulic rush! Many pardons.
Which is worse?
Many pardons.
That was a workout.
Hydraulic coil.
Kill them both.
Nice and roasty toasty. Let me give the stove a nice and roasty toasty. Let me give the stove a poke.
This is my last job. He captured me and my heart.
Be gone!
Let me give the stove a poke.
I bestow upon you my lightning.
That was a workout.
A taste of the tropics!
could have evolved it for 0. I'm done. I'm dumb. I
The
needed that
dragon's
draw.
bloodlust will be sated.
I have a big scary board now, though, finally.
Zed's crown shall be no more.
Ask your local mermaid if fruit is right for you. Let's chomp on some yummies.
Kneel.
Bow down before the master of frost.
I bestow upon you my lightning.
Let's just do this.
You can't bite on that!
Just 5 defense, put a random blah, 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 blah.
Sink into the waters. Hydraulic rush! Pay thy reverence. Heaven demands it. May these waters cleanse you.
Divine judgment awaits.
We have a big board again. Their board is scary. We just turn chanting with each other over and over again.
Blowing white frost, biting ice and snow.
I have done the gods' bidding.
Well, any last words?
The biting cold will leave its mark.
I think I'm dead.
My heart is a guarded pearl. The taste of the tropics.
Hydraulic rush!
Hey, no fighting!
The strong devour the strong. Such strength.
You leave me no choice.
You are worth devouring. I see you are strong.
They're so sweet. The heat shall dissipate.
I think I'm dead. It's the leader effect that's killing me, right?
Reveal your thoughts to the dragon. Offer your prayers to the sky.
Oh boy.
My voice, my prayers.
Okay.
I see you are strong.
Thank you.
We did it.
How?
We wormed our way through. So much healing in her deck. Wow.
Your power is my power too.
How are we gonna spin this bullshit in the out of gameplay section?
None Nonsense! Nonsense! I will hear no more of you learning from my suffering. Bow and beg my mercy, or you'll be learning from your own suffering! Ah! I refuse. As long as I stand tall, you and I stand eye to eye.
No, you don't. She's like fucking 1.5 feet taller than
If you could redirect the flow of fate, then I can too. Ah! I bore the weight of the world in the darkest depths of the sea. I conquered the heavens, destroyed the earth, and ruled the oceans. And you, a half-grown, half-human whelp, think yourself my equal? It matters not whether you can fight fate, but whether you can fight me, a divine dragon who long since tamed the tides of time. I command the flow of fate! Ah! Need I elaborate further? You underestimate me sorely if you consider yourself my equal. You are nothing!
Another example of winning the game, losing the cutscene.
You underestimate me!
Show her that you can change fate.
I know your pride and fury better than you think. Your arrogance is just a salve for the years of self-pity and fear we endured. Do you know how much I hated being bossed around all my life? How much I wished I could unleash all my frustrations? I know how weak your heart is. How are you? Because your bravado doesn't fool me. As a girl, I always dreamed of dropping my obedient act and forcing everyone to obey me. And you are no different.
Insolence!
Not a grunting.
My motives are beyond your comprehension! The emotions and ambitions you experienced were no more than ripples on the surface of what I endured.
Fine! You've lived forever! I don't know everything about you. Because I'm not you, and you aren't me! I experienced things here that you never did, and can't possibly understand. I learned my strengths. And your weaknesses! Before seeing your memories, I envied how unrestrained you were. But that same lack of restraint is what ultimately trapped you beneath the waves. Empty and alone.
You made friends. She didn't.
And now I realize that the part of me that wanted to be like you is the same part of you that led you astray. So I won't give in and take the easy path. I'll fight, because I'm the only one who can remind you of who you were before you gave up.
Even if you change your future, that won't change my past! That world was a stagnant cesspool. The flow was clogged with millennia of accumulated filth, and my best efforts to purge the currents did little beyond mush the muck about. But what else was I to do? Nothing remains young and pure forever. Everyone and everything decays, even the rotted world itself.
Because despite everything, you still clung to the flow. Even though you could see its course was futile, you let it sweep you along to ruin. So long. Aren't you sick of each day being the same as the last? Don't you want to forge a fresh new path?
There is nothing fresh or novel left in the world. There are no paths left unexplored. Ugh!
And then make a new path. I thought it was impossible too, until I met someone here who showed me all it takes is courage.
Courage? This isn't a fairy tale. We're not in some magical dream.
About that.
But if I destroy the memories here, we can at least pretend we are. Why struggle against the inevitable when the key to our happiness is right here?
Because you won't truly be happy like that.
Who are you to say?
I'm the only one who can say it, because you won't admit it to yourself. But we both know you would regret destroying the memories here. Just like you regret destroying your last world. You can't possibly want to relive the emptiness of the void you created. I know I wouldn't.
No. No! You cannot sway me! I've had enough of memories. I've had enough of suffering. And I've had enough of you! This ends now!
Uh-oh.
I won't let you rob me of my future. I will create a new flow, whether you stand in my way or not.
Hydraulic cleaver!
You know, she doesn't actually have to be as strong as you. All she has to do is be strong enough to hurt you. And that's enough to win.
Hydraulic cleaver!
Tidal wave!
Tidal surge!
Ah!
You don't have to be stronger to win.
What was that?
Heavy is the cup that poisons the king.
Tidal surge. There is no art by that name.
There is now. I developed the technique here in Ep62, based on the tidal wave, but faster. Saito was right. We don't know what that girl is capable of. I need to prepare. I need to be able to catch her before she has a chance to react. You only have old techniques I've seen hundreds of times, but I've been adapting mine in ways you never considered.
Not true. She has some techniques you've never seen. Because 1,000 years, long time.
And it worked. My wave was faster and stronger than yours. You can't stop me so long.
Let's say you beat me. Let's say you strike out on your new path. One day you'll realize it's been nothing but a detour, and all roads lead to the same inescapable end.
There's nothing to say all paths lead the same way. My life has already taken such a different course from yours. So I'll take the chance. I'll move forward with my own 2 feet instead of going with the flow, and see how far I can go. Just like we've always dreamed of, right? I'm going to return to my world. So long. Will you come with me?
Oh. Yeah. Time paradox?
Go with you?
Not really. It would just create a new timeline. But it would be interesting.
You said yourself that I'm still young and inexperienced. I might make mistakes or venture down paths you've already tested. But together, we can find a way. I think if you right your wrongs, you'll finally, truly be able to lay your regrets to rest. At least I feel like it's the only way I'll make peace with my regrets. I don't want to let the pain you endured be for nothing. I won't let it be for nothing.
Preposterous. It's such a childish plan. It's embarrassing just to consider it. But I suppose you may... you may have a point. If nothing else, it sounds more exciting than sitting around here. And that sorry excuse for a world could use our aid.
Then you'll come with me?
Perhaps. But right now, I am utterly spent. And you have a big, ugly spider to splat. Right, Mizuchi?
Yeah. Thank you, Salong. I'll be right back.
Oh, right, that's right. There's a giant spider that we need to deal with. Tangled threads we weave. We're gonna play as the Aconite Paladin finally.
I have to hurry and help protect everyone's memories. Mizuchi!
Anasage!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm glad you're okay, too. What happened to Saito?
He's on the floor crying in the fetal position, but he'll be okay.
Oh, he'll recover, but I don't think he'll be coming after us anytime soon.
I really do need to take a leaf or two out of your book.
Did you manage to stop Salong?
Yes, or rather, I guess I'd say we settled our differences. Or started to, anyhow. She and I have a lot of catching up to do if we're going to travel together.
Travel together? Whatever happened, you seem so much happier now.
I do. I guess I am. While I'm glad I came to Ep62, I'm also glad I confronted my past.
Me too.
Now let's hurry and stop the Great Spider before it does any more harm.
The Great Spider. Even Saito was afraid of it.
It didn't seem that different from other soot spawn, though. Just bigger.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for a while now.
You did mention you'd seen it. How strong was it? Were you able to fight it?
Salong was, but even she only managed to cut off one leg. It's definitely not going down easily. I tried to reason with it, but it didn't seem to understand speech.
All we can do is try.
You're right. We have our own worlds to return to. Nothing will change if we stand here and wait.
Let's...
What was that? That noise had to be the Great Spider, but the sheer force of its cry was...
It sounded like it was in pain.
Is someone else fighting it? But who could deal a blow large enough for it to scream like that? Let's hurry.
Takatsumi.
Well, I think it's about time we called it curtains. We had ourselves a good dance, but if we drag this out any longer, the audience is gonna lose interest. See ya, Spider. You did great, but I'll take it from here. Fear my dance, O monstrous arachnid, for with a single swing thou art lost. First, I sunder thy limbs, that thou cannot run. Second, I crush thine eyes, that thou cannot perceive. Third, I snap thy threads, that my way is clear. Finally, thy life is forfeit, and thus... my dance ends, and we all live happily ever after.
That was anticlimactic. That's definitely...
He really beat it! He beat the Great Spider!
Our hero!
What would we do without you? You're the best paladin ever!
Taketsumi! 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 Taketsumi!
You never know, they were all cowering and screaming a minute ago. But this is how Ep62 should be. No worries. No fear. The crowd's all warmed up, so it's about time I got the party started. Hey, Kunitsu! Well? Aren't you gonna congratulate me? I slew the Great Spider, and now Soot'll never threaten our paradise again.
What have you done? You fool! You've doomed us all!
What a...
Ep62 cannot function without the Great Spider's aid. It powered the mechanism that kept me in running. The Great Spider extracted energy from memories, releasing unusable memories as soot spawn, yes. But the luxuries it provided far outweigh the occasional attack. Without the means to convert memories to energy, there will be no parties, no feasts, no luxuries. There will be no Ep62 at all! And you robbed us of it. It's only a matter of time until we...
We'll run out of juice? We'll be fine. I had a feeling that's how things work, but now I've got confirmation. I've got everything under control.
Under control?
Yep. Ep62 was in sore need of better management.
Whoa!
And as the new innkeeper, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to let you go.
That got dark.
I know you've got memories on you. Hand them over. Now!
You'll regret
Taketsumi just... He didn't kill Kunitsu, did he? Course not, right? Taketsumi would never.
I didn't even see that coming. No. Not in a million years would I guessed that plot twist.
Hey, everyone listen up. Now, I know that must have been scary. Hell, the whole day's been a nightmare, but that nightmare ends soon.
I don't understand.
Yes, neither do I.
Kunitsu must have done something bad, and that's why Taketsumi stopped him, right? Taketsumi has always had Ametsushi's best interest at heart.
Exactly. I've still got some work to do, so you guys hang tight, and I'll have the end fixed up before you know it. All right. Should be around here somewhere. But man, this place is a mess.
Taketsumi?
Oh, he's gonna kill Saito, isn't he?
Damn. Look at you curled up in a ball like a sad little kid. Hell, I didn't even know you could cry.
He was in the fetal position. I made a joke, but he was.
Not in the mood, Taketsumi. That brat. She... I need time. I can't fight like this.
Yeah, you've done more than enough. Get some rest. I got what we needed out of Kunitsu. The plan should all be smooth sailing from here. Ametsu will be a real paradise. I'll get rid of every last one of the bad memories. And then we'll all be happy. Forever. Not just some people, not just sometimes. Everyone. Always. Right?
Of course. You know I wouldn't have taken this many risks if I wasn't certain true paradise was within our reach.
So there was an underlying scheme.
Yeah, I know. I'll have a full report in triplicate on your desk tomorrow morning.
Very funny. Well, don't let me rain on your parade. This is the moment you've been waiting for, isn't it? Stop acting so serious and celebrate.
Well, Sideshow, if you insist. We did it! We destroyed hundreds of shards and weakened Ametsu's power. And no one got in the way of our plan, because we wiped the memories of anyone who caught on. We lured the Great Spider out of its nest, and I took down Kunitsu with it. Now, all that's left for me is to take their place as Ametsu's new leader.
That's more like it. You should hurry, though. There are still a few Forsaken left who may give you trouble.
Forsaken? Didn't we fix them already?
Anasage, the undead one, got away. She was working with Mizuchi, who's evidently betrayed us. And there's also Salong to deal with. Mizuchi seems to have figured out her connection to Salong and was on the way to subdue her. I wouldn't put too much faith in her abilities, though.
Gotcha. I've come this far. What's another couple of Forsaken? I've got a trick up my sleeve that should buy us time, so you take it easy.
Of course you do. For all your grand, childish ideals, you always have intricately woven plans ready to back them up. You truly are the role model, the hero Ametsuchi needed. I'm looking forward to your reign as Great Spider.
Hey, don't you start with the Great Spider stuff, too. I told you and Nerva not to call me that. I'm the Aconite Paladin, hero of the people and bringer of eternal happiness.
Never. Damn it. I should have known. I should have known. This is twisted beyond all belief.
I'm sure the roar we heard came from this direction, but...
The Great Spider is nowhere to be seen, and the guests are... celebrating something?
Woo! Man, I thought we were goners!
Same. What would we ever do without Taketsumi? He made it look so easy.
What's going on?
Wait here, I'll go check. Excuse me, can I ask you something?
Huh? Yeah, sure. We've got all the time in the world. Fire away!
This is no time to be partying. The Great Spider recently passed this area. Do you have any idea where it could have gone?
Wait, you didn't see it? The Great Spider was attacking us! Right when we thought we were done for, bam! The Aconite Paladin showed up and saved us!
He was so cool! It was about 1,000,000 times the size of a normal soot spawn, but it was no match for Taketsumi.
Taketsumi. Thank you. Apparently, Taketsumi slew the Great Spider. Saito highly praised his swordsmanship, so I knew he was strong. But to bring down the Great Spider itself... Anasage?
I've seen that Taketsumi man before. He destroyed someone's memory shard.
I never heard of him being part of the concierge, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was. It worries me that there isn't a single memory shard in the area either. When Salong cut off a leg, it bled dozens of shards. Could Taketsumi have destroyed them all already?
No. That's horrible.
We need to find him before he destroys any more. Let's...
I think the real Great Spider is about to show
Another
up.
earthquake?
What's that light? It's blinding! Huh? It's gone. What was that? It almost felt like... But...
Let's go check. It came from the Weaver's Hull. I'll lead the way.
No. No! Where'd it go? My best friend gave it to me right before he... How could I forget? Some friend I am. I have to find it! I have to!
Everyone's memories are coming back.
I remember now. The war front past our village. And my daughter...
No! Damn it all! Why? Why did I have to remember that now, after all this time? It must have been that light! It's all that light's fault!
There must be dozens of people here, and they all sound like they're in pain.
They got their memories back.
I wonder if the flash of light we saw really did have something to do with it.
I think it might have. It was just like the flash I saw when I regained my memories. Someone or something must have returned their memories to them all at once.
But... never mind.
Why?
There's no use guessing. Let's press on and try to find some answers.
Oh no! You needn't go to the trouble. I do believe we can sort that out here and now.
God damn it.
Huh?
Hello again, Anasage and Mizuchi, was it? I don't believe I've ever introduced myself properly, have I? Feels silly to say after all this
Maisha
time.
LaForge.
I'm Maisha. Maisha LaForge.
Maisha?
I hope you've been well, Anasage.
You know her?
Not really. I mean, I spoke with her before, but she wasn't...
Oh, well, it is nice to bump into you again. It saves me the trouble of tracking you down.
Tracking us down? Why would... Mizuchi, I think we need to get out of here.
Oh, no.
Go? Go where? I trust you're not off to cause more trouble, are you?
Huh?
Anasage!
Oh dear, I thought I might have at least severed a limb. A pity this blade doesn't have quite the same oomph as the other one. Let's see now.
Is Belfi somewhere to be found? Belfi, where are you?
I suppose I'll just have to make do. After all, this is my big chance. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself. There, I've still got it. Dearest Nerva, if you're watching, I promise I'll do my very best to purge this world's filth.
Purge this world's filth? No!
I can sense Nerva's presence. I feel her power at work, which means this world is heralding in a hero. A hero to unleash calamity and chaos, and guide this world to the rapture of purgation.
What is your deal? Why did you become a twist villain? I need to know. You were a character that did not need to be a twist villain, but they made you one. You, I think, are the black mark on the story of this game, and I need to know why. Why you do everything. Because your motives are not well explained.
And I'm all too happy to play my part. Not to steal the limelight, of course. I'm just glad I can serve Nerva in my own little way.
Who are you?
Goodness, you're more forgetful than I am. It's Maisha, dear. Maisha LaForge. And I implore you, please put up a better fight than this. This world's final act deserves a more dramatic villain than what I've seen of you.
This is bad. Don't tell me that's where the story ends. Purgation's Shadow. Oh, I can play as any of them. But these are both dragon crab. With their darkest memories, the Forge goes on an offensive Mizuchi and Nancy fight, but they are easily pushed back by the former vessel's might.
Taketsumi? Can you spare a moment, or are you still...
I am, but I can't hear you. What's the news?
Your plan to buy us time is going exceptionally smoothly. It seems 2 of the Forsaken I mentioned are currently attempting to fend off an assailant in the hall, with little luck.
2? 2 Forsaken? Maisha's 1. Is Belfi here?
Really? Who? I didn't know any of the guests I rounded up were that strong.
I suspect she, Maisha, is not an ordinary guest. She appears to know Nerva.
She does? So, Nerva had a mole, huh?
Apparently, but this works in our favor. She should buy us more than enough time to complete your transformation.
Yeah, see? That's why the guests don't need their old memories. Give them a couple back and suddenly they're murderous killing machines.
Yeesh.
But hey, everyone's done a thing or two they're not proud of, right? Soon, they'll forget they're a bunch of crooks and killers and be able to turn over a new leaf in Ametsushi. I'm so close to being able to save them. I promise. I'll make Ametsushi a real paradise. And we'll all live happily ever after.
So that's going to be our big
Are you
bad.
ready to put up a real fight?
Hydraulic lash! Riptide!
Water magic. This takes me back to Asunia. It was very pretty, but I would remind you that this is a fight for your life, not a street show.
You died in Asunia, and you will die here?
How did you...
Ametsuchi is such a relaxing world. It must have you in a lull. If I'd stayed any longer, I dare say it would have dulled my blade, too. I'm afraid you'll need to take this fight more seriously if you're going to land a hit on me. Or else I might just...
She's so deft. Not many humans can outmaneuver a dragonling's reflexes. You are human, aren't you?
No, she's a broken vessel.
But of course. And really, I'm more suited to desk work and strategy than heroics. However, it seems the roles of strategist and hero have both already been filled. I'm quite all right playing the part of the intrepid foot soldier, though.
What are you saying?
Oh boy.
Never mind the theatrics, dear. What I mean to say is, if you want to challenge Nerva's hero, you'll have to get through me first.
There's no reasoning with someone like you.
Oh, I am a bit stubborn. Well, you'll just have to humor me. Hello, sweetie. You're perfectly welcome to join us.
Anasage!
But I had my cloak up. How did you see me?
I've dealt with Countess Solari enough to keep my wits about me. I rely on all my senses in battle, not just my sight. It was rather easy to detect you approaching from the vibrations in the air.
Easy?
Easy, my ass!
Vibrations in the air. Anasage, be careful. I don't know who or what she is, but she's got inhuman strength as well.
For goodness sake, I'm very much human, and I trained rather hard to get where I am, thank you. Now, that aside, if we're all ready, shall we begin? I've missed the scent of a brewing storm. The aroma of burning buildings, layered with the pungent notes of blood and burnt flesh. Oh, fear is in the air.
Well, Takatsumi's already turning out to be a better villain than you were,
War
so...
is so electrifying.
I hope this is the end for you.
But something's missing, and I can't quite place a finger on what. Actually, it's how little the people here seem to care. With death looming so close on the horizon, you'd think they'd get some adrenaline pumping.
The hero you're protecting, ultimate goal is to save this place. Why Nerva is allowing such thing, I don't know, but apparently you have not been fully filled in.
Heroes always emerge when the world's in its darkest hour. But with villains like you, there won't be a darkest hour.
You're the villain here.
Please, I'm just a supporting character, doing my part to set the stage for the hero. But the two of you, I'm sure you must have some dark backstories or evil motives, right? I'd appreciate if you could remember what you're fighting for. Why you can't lose here? I would hate to steal the stage from Nerva's vessel.
She's too strong.
Am I? Or are you simply too weak? You're both sorely lacking in determination and skill. This world needs a seemingly insurmountable villain to threaten its very existence. For only then will a true hero rise to usher in a new age. If only someone here was capable of destroying a world.
Oh no.
Enough. Oh, Mizuchi. I listened to you brag, and this is the best you can do? I'll deal with,
Who is she?
Whoever she is, she's stronger than she looks. Stay alert!
Oh, please. Who do you think I am?
So there was a proper villain here. I was starting to think I'd have to make do with these lackeys.
You're on your feet already.
Yes. I suppose you'll do.
You suppose, do you? I am Salong, divine dragon and rightful ruler of this world. I will give you one chance to grovel and beg my mercy.
A divine dragon, you say? How villainous indeed.
Oh, I bet the reason it let me pick Silong instead of Mizuchi is probably because we're going to get card ally assistance based on whoever we don't pick. Kind of like we did in the final battle against Icy.
But what's a mere god before the Keeper's power?
And? Am I supposed to have heard of these little keepers of yours?
They rarely grace mortals with their presence, so whether you've heard of them is entirely irrelevant. In fact, someone who can't hold their own against me certainly isn't worthy of Nerva. Oh dear! Did that hurt? That was only a small blow, so I'd advise you to grit your teeth for the next one.
You...
Salong, calm down! Blindly rushing her isn't going to work. We need to coordinate our attacks.
Mizuchi's right. We can't waste our energy here. We still need to find Taketsumi and figure out what happened to everyone's memories.
Very well. I am rather tired, and that insolent girl deserves every attack headed her way. You two had better keep up.
3 on 1? I think that should be enough of a handicap to even the playing field. Now then, let us herald in the new hero of purgation.
None has ever dared insult me as you have. You will pay for your folly!
Purgation. I used to purge memories myself, but a current must flow from somewhere. Our hearts would stagnate without the past pushing us forward to the future. And I will protect that flow.
Maisha, you weren't like this before. Did you recover your memories too? What were they like to change you like this?
Indeed. What were her memories?
Why are you doing this, Maisha?
You remind me of Countess Solari.
Do I get assistance?
Break them.
Oh, that's a
Allow
familiar
me
card.
to crush you.
Oh, you cheating motherfucker.
Are you watching, Father?
Let us... Use detect defense if it's an ally fall. Activate its last word effect. No, we would have set up for later.
Not with everyone around me.
We have clear resolve.
Booster Stargazer to the
Ugh.
cosmos and
We're gonna get
beyond.
storm damage for like 10 on a turn at some point, I can already tell.
I'm glad you're here.
Just gonna have to keep setting up. Flame Zombie is one of our win cons.
Fleshy cages, rotten souls.
Alright. Oh no! Not absolute modesty. This is gonna end fast. I need stuff.
I'm burning with passion.
I'll keep moving forward.
Which of us can hold out longer? Spoilers, it's me.
You poor thing.
Take your terror somewhere else.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is lukewarm.
That is annoying.
Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
Don't cover your ears.
Yeah, we lost this one.
What
badly.
should I have done?
Oh, it's like watching my past. This is some of the nastiest artifact bullcrap I've had to deal with in forever. We need to get a lot of shadows in the graveyard. And we need to get that 10 drop on there. We need to turn everything she has into specters, and we need to do it fast.
Why are you doing this, Maisha? You remind me of Countess Solari.
Forgot to take these out of the damn deck.
Are you watching, Father?
Allow me to crush you.
Alright. So we'll do this. That gives
Your
us some
walls
extra
will never
shadows.
contain me.
Hear the thunder.
We need to draw cards. We need to draw cards yesterday.
Booster Stargazer to the cosmos and beyond.
Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
3. These are dead cards. I need to take them out of this deck.
I'm not lonely. Not with everyone around me.
I'm glad you're here.
Work smart, not hard.
Damage severe. Falling back.
Gotta take these Call of the Voids out too. Gotta get rid of all this necromancy shit.
Your walls will never contain me.
Huh. I thought it was another follower. I didn't think it was random.
Ding dong. May happiness be with you.
Alright.
Work on a holiday? Absolutely not.
I'll keep moving forward.
Happiness for all. Ding dong punch. Oh.
We got there. It's time to play the ace up my sleeve.
You poor thing. Oh, can I go home yet?
Your walls will never contain me.
You beckoned.
Alright. I I've played my
Destroy
Destroy
haste.
the world artifacts.
That's not good. I need to remove that.
How could you oppose
Luckily, I have
me?
Odin.
I'll live again.
Don't cover your ears.
Your walls will never contain me.
Cages, rotten souls.
I'm done running and hiding.
Let it all. Melt the pain away.
It was so lonely.
I think we have them in the bag. They have to clear my board.
Destroy the world artifacts.
Of course they had a second Spinaria. There goes my plan. But I have lethal. Because Odin!
Pierce the twilight right near.
The twilight shall be pierced.
Nothing can hold me back.
Let us settle this ere. Let us end this.
Well done, little one.
Planning ahead. This clear resolve is a bullshit card.
Don't you have someone important too?
Also, Ceylon, you did not help at all. Anastage got this on her own. Take the W, girl. You earned it.
I've wasted enough time here already. I have plenty of my own wrongs to right without you making more work for me. But until the moment I leave, Ep62 will have my divine protection. Be gone!
I thought I'd spend my whole life trying to purge filth from a slow, stagnating flow. But I now know that I can create a new flow. I am a dragon!
I have no home, so there's no going back. So the only way to go is forward. I won't let you stop me. No one can stop me!
That's more like it. But it isn't over yet. This isn't nearly enough. The hero of Purgation needs a more formidable foe. Someone who will force him to reach his full potential. So give me your full power. Fight like the world depends on it. Because I can assure you, it very much does.
I really don't understand your motivation.
My full power.
Bring out Baphomet.
You go to dragon. If you want a show, I'll give you a show!
Also, I hope Marlone is in here somewhere.
My, how dazzling. But dragon's strength lies more in brawn than brains, doesn't it? You can't charge at me in a straight line and expect me not to dodge. Even children play smarter than that.
I am no child. I have a millennia's worth of knowledge and experience. Now, I will forge my path whichsoever way I please, regardless of what stands in my way! Hydraulic cleaver! Tidal wave!
Oh! Marvelous! That was impressive. You managed to graze me, but, well, I'm still standing, and Nerva's show must go on.
Nerva. Whoever she is, we won't let her disrupt the flow of this world.
Ha! Now, that's not a name lowly villains should use lightly. The likes of you aren't worthy of existing in the same plane.
And why is that?
This must be what I sounded like. Blindly devoted to authority.
Ah, I see now. You must have been misguided by Ep62's old leadership. But that's precisely the reason Nerva's stepped in and taken the helm. It's not too late to switch sides.
Just yesterday, I would have done so without question. But I know better now. No matter who holds the helm, I am a dragon, and I will steer the tides! Hydraulic cleaver, tidal surge!
Why would you laugh? That looks so painful.
Why, because the show's finally begun. What would a heroic story be without some pain and setback?
Seriously, we need you to explain some things because you are kinda twisted.
This isn't a show. People are scared and hurt.
What do you think a hero is, dear? Surely you've read a storybook or two. A hero is a victor. Justice always prevails, because the one who eliminates their opposition decides what justice is.
Oh, don't you go quoting one Piece in front of me now.
I've read enough books to know that real life doesn't work like stories. It's not that simple. The good guys don't always win, and there isn't always a happy end. But I promised Father I would live happily ever after. So I can't lose here. Not to someone like you!
I shouldn't have doubted Nerva's judgment. Now I see why she handpicked you. All three of you. And with the motives and whatnot out of the way, it's time we finish this.
How can she have that much mana?
If her wave is fast and strong, then all we need is to be faster and stronger. With all the experience we've gained from our past mistakes.
There's one more hero of Ep62.
Now that I've got a solid successor to pass my title to, I might as well enjoy a retirement party befitting a god queen.
And then we'll all live happily ever after.
Ah, Nerva, if you're watching, here comes my big moment. Hi!
We're literally gonna watch her die again without explaining her entire motivation. She also probably doesn't have all of her memories back. I bet Saito just gave her this murderous intent.
How dramatic. Almost like it's the last act.
Now for some answers. Who are you?
Does it matter anymore?
Why would you go this far?
A noble sacrifice for a noble cause. I would gladly give my life for her.
But what about the people who love you?
Also, you're already dead. That's how you're here.
Well,
I'm sure there are people waiting for you.
why would there be? The whole time I've been here, I was just an empty husk without any memories or personality.
Not here. Back home in your world, where you belong. I'm sure there's someone worried sick about you.
I'm afraid no one comes to mind.
Really? Because someone does for me.
Either way, the hero of purgation will be ready soon. Soon.
Ready for what exactly? Doesn't matter. She's just stalling. Ignore her.
You're right. Come on, Anastasia. We should hurry.
Goodbye, Maisha. And thank you for the meal the other day. It reminded me of home, so I could tell you've cooked for others a lot. I hope you can cook for them again someday.
What a thought. Me, cooking for loved ones in some happy fairy tale world. It's too ridiculous to even imagine.
And yet it happened.
What sort of fool would associate themselves with someone like me? Everything about me is a lie. I'm so tired. I can't.
Did she die? Is she gone for good this time? The next one's probably the finale. And by the next one, I mean not this chapter,
If Maisha
but
was
the
that
next
powerful,
update we get.
I can't imagine what the hero will be like.
Whoever they are, they'll be no match for me.
So long, this is serious. The three of us barely got past Maisha. Stay on guard.
I don't think the hero will be the last of our worries. There's still that Nerva person she kept mentioning too.
You're right. She said Nerva was watching, so she might be close by.
Then I'll kill her and her hero.
Yeah, we do need to take out Nerva. She's had it too good for too long. And even worse, she fixed her caps lock, so I can't even make fun of her speech pattern anymore.
So long, wait! Come on, Anastasia. Let's go before she leaves us behind.
Right!
Lady Salong.
You're an absolute mess. This might be the first time I've ever enjoyed seeing you.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I didn't have much time to freshen up. If you do have any complaints, you'll have to direct them to little Miss Anastasia.
Saito, you...
Ah, Mizuchi. You can lower your blade. I'm not here to fight. I'm not one to clock out early, but I've had enough for one day. You made sure of that, didn't you, Anastasia?
I think you need time to come to terms with your memories. I don't think you're ready to fight. And I hope you won't. But we're still going to be on guard.
Well then, be my guest.
Saito, we know what you're capable of.
Perhaps, but I really am just here to talk. You might want to consider what the Great Spider is capable of instead. He's already awake and on his way.
The Great Spider? But I heard it was slain.
Ah, I believe there's been a miscommunication. You must be thinking of the soot spawn that guarded the Weaver's Hall. You didn't think I took orders from a dumb beast, did you? The Great Spider is far more artful with his plans, and you've walked straight into his web.
Get on with it. You know I don't have the patience for your drivel.
In that case, how about I pass the floor to him? He wanted to address you personally.
Got some personal stuff to say. Wouldn't be the same hearing it from someone else.
It's coming from inside the Weaver's Hall!
That voice. Have I heard it before?
Yeah. Man, I just did it for the people, but this whole becoming a god thing ain't half bad. I have the power to make dreams come true.
Hey, that leg's still gone.
And I'll use it for good from here on out. No one has to suffer. I've already got ideas for fun memories to replace the painful ones.
You've changed, Aconite Paladin.
This monster is Taketsumi?
Monster? I'm a god now. Not every day you get to see a deity in the flesh, though. We can't blame you for not knowing the difference.
Are you the one who returned memories to all those guests?
Yeah, that was a tough decision. I needed to block off the hall to buy some time. Besides, I can just erase their memories now that my transformation's complete. No harm, no foul, right?
You can't be serious.
You know what? How about I tidy up your memories first, to make it up to you?
I feel like Anasage might ultimately be taking this guy's position by the end of this story.
Stay away from her!
She's the one who's earned it in my eyes.
Explain yourself!
I had a feeling that it would be so long, but understanding the importance of choice here, I feel like it has to be Anasage.
Sure. See, Ametshi's supposed to be paradise, right? But it had a lot of problems. The removal of memories at check-in wasn't thorough enough, and the shards weren't managed well. That senile old idiot and his soot were ruining the place.
He was the Great Spider. Got it.
So, I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm gonna do things right as the inn's new patron deity. I'll remove all of the guests' memories and give them better ones. With me here, you'll all have a happy past, a peaceful life, and a bright future.
What did he do? My head.
Now let's get this party started! For the future of Ametshi. Cheers!
Oh, the power of serenity. That's what's going on here. He's using... Nerva gave him the power of serenity to take over the Great Spider. Or at least I assume that's what's happening here. To be able to replace people's dreams.
You're welcome. Hey, how you doing?
Glad you asked. I've never been better.
What is happening?
Good to hear. Hey, you're always the life of the party.
We were just about to start heading over ourselves. Would you care to join us?
Is it that late already? Good thing I've got you keeping an eye on the time, Mizuchi. Let's go.
I wonder what the chefs cooked up this time. They said it'd be something special. Do you have any guesses, Taketsumi?
Nope, but now you've got me wondering too. Come on, let's go. I'm back.
What is happening?
You guys miss me.
Is this the liberation I've sought? Eris! Where are you? Where are you, Eris?
Taketsumi!
About time you got here. It's not a party without you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm here now.
Come here, we saved you a seat. Someone get Taketsumi a drink.
Coming right up. I'll grab you a plate of skewers too.
Saito,
What have
you
got a
said
taste
that
for,
you
hun?
had 2 people working under you. Who is the second? Is Belfie Boyce around here? I'm still waiting.
I'm good for now. I've got some mingling to do first.
Someone fetch me more whatever that was. It was delectable.
Sis, you're going to get a stomachache if you don't slow down. And you've hardly touched your vegetables. Here, I'll swap you some of my salad for the broccoli, okay?
See, this is why you're still single.
I'm not interested, you know, that kind of... Taketsumi, I didn't notice you there. Would you care to join me? I mean us?
Oh no. Oh no. I'm embarrassed for you.
Sorry, I'm still checking on stuff, but you enjoy the party.
Huh? Were the lights supposed to go out?
Oh, and the party was just getting into swing.
I guess the memory shard ran out of juice. Parties like this take a lot of power. But, you guys have a ton of energy to share.
You bet! Leave it to me!
Well, thanks, man. It was great having you. You'll live on as part of Ametshi itself. All right, now we're back in business.
The lights are back.
Which means it's party time.
Well, this got dark. Again.
Yay! I'm so jealous, though. If you need more power, you can use me, too.
I'll keep you in mind next time. I don't know what I'd do without all you guys. Look at all those smiles. Not a worry in the world. Because I erased them all. They don't even know what pain or regret are. As far as they know, they were born and raised right here in paradise. They love Ametshi, and they would do anything for it. They would gladly give their lives to extend Ametshi's, so our little haven here will never die. Things have finally settled down, so it's about time I started thinking about expanding Ametshi. Once we've got room for them, I can save more people. I really rid the world of suffering. Everyone in my web is happy and safe.
But at what cost?
I'm a hero. A real hero.
Yeah, you're a hero, buddy.
No. You're no hero. Because I remember who you really are.
Sorry. I thought I'd finished fixing everyone's memories. Give me a second, I'll have you back to the party before you know it.
Not here for parties. I came for revenge.
Who are you?
Take a guess, Taketsumi. Don't tell me you wiped even your own memories. I have never, not once, forgotten you.
Who are you?
Uh-oh.
For old time's sake, then. Give me your ear. I'm Itsurugi! And I finally found you!
He fucking yelled in the ear again. And that's gonna be the end, correct? We got a future Itsurugi here. That was fun. That was fun, creepy, twisted, heartwarming, and full of resolve. Looking forward to the finale. On that note, we'll end here. And I'll see you guys all in the next stream. Bye-bye.